bull elephants ramming their heads together to realize that men are kind of competitive. Men compete at everything. Work, in bed. Men even turn shopping into a competition. It's amazing how we'll outbid each other for something that neither of us wants just to prove that we can afford to waste more money. It's not smart or correct, but it's one of the things that makes us what we are. Bill's going to show you one way to unroll pipe down the lake. I'm going to visit Braxton's Marina where we find Glenn busy at work. I'm going to show you how to make a neat revolving sign out of a bed. And Mike's going to refinish some furniture for us.
And now, here's the man with the golden farm, my uncle, Rad Green!
Thank you. As head of the International Possum Brotherhood, Chapter 11, it's my job to explain things and to make sense of what's going on up here, but sometimes that's just impossible. For example, my nephew Harold. Old man Cedric had an unusual day. It was garbage day there, and he'd had his garbage out. He had it separated into the cans and the paper and the rubber and the bottles and the glass and all the 4 major food groups. And he'd added to that an old, broken-down, 2-legged milk stool he didn't need anymore because there are no more 2-legged cows.
And the garbage men wouldn't take it, right? Because, like, they don't take furniture. I know that because my parents tried to throw out my bed one time.
Let me guess, while you were still in it?
No, it's a really cool bed, actually. You know, it's a baby carriage, and it's made out of plywood and has these Baby Huey stickers on it, you know? But when I turned 14, they thought it might affect me.
Anyway, while old man Cedric was bawling out the garbage man, a couple pulled over in one of them cars from the city, tourists, you know.
Oh, no, old man Cedric, he's so rude to tourists.
Well, he figures they're probably stopping to ask for directions, but before they can say anything, he tells them where to go. But in this case, they just wanted to buy his milk stool. They offered him $50 for it.
$50 for that rotten piece of little chair? Oh, he didn't take it, did he?
No, got him up to $75.
Oh. And that little milk stool, it's rotten and it's garbage.
No, it isn't, Harold. The garbage men wouldn't take it.
If you see anything you like on this show, make me an offer.
Oh, it looks like there's trouble brewing. With that campsite number 10. Old man Cedric is grilling a fish, and his tent's on fire again. The couple at number 15. Their marriage has gone kaput. I don't mind the shouting and swearing, but their trailer bounced right on my foot. There's gunfire off in the distance. That campsite number 6, which proves what we knew all along, that relatives and hunting don't mix. So I'm packing up in the morning if I stay to be a lunatic, because all the shouting, swearing, and gunfire has made me unbelievably, incredibly homesick. Well, with old man Cedric been able to sell that milk stool for a bucket full of money, I thought I'd use this week's Handyman Corner to show you how you can make a fortune from some of them priceless heirlooms you got sitting in your credenza or maybe lying at the bottom of a nearby ravine. You'd be amazed at what you can dig up, literally. I found this old oil lamp and this bear trap and this old red cart here, all of which I'd be willing to part with if the price was right, like, say, more than $0. What I need, though, is something that's going to catch the eye of passing tourists, something that's subtle and tasteful and can be seen for miles around, even in the bad weather. So we're going to build ourselves a real fancy city-style rotating sign using these window boxes, this old bed frame. Now, the first thing you're going to need is some pieces of pipe. All right, now, what I've ended up doing is actually taking these pieces of pipe right out of the system, but it doesn't matter. We got the water turned off most of the time of the year around here anyhow. Unless, oh, you don't suppose these are gas pipes? Hard to tell with our water. Oh, well, we'll find out eventually. All right, now what you want to do is drill a hole in each end of your window box. And you want to thread the pipe down through. like an axle. Now, to attach to your axle and make it spin, you're going to need 4 of them pulleys with a cable to run around them. Not as hard to find as you might think. Couple of clotheslines and you're there. All right, now you want to attach the pulleys to your pipes, and you want to attach the end of the pipes to the bed frame. Now, I would recommend that you weld them on there for strength and safety. Of course, the handyman's secret weapon, duct tape, works good, too. All right, now what you want to do is put the bed up on its side. Put the pulleys on top. Oh, I forgot to put the pulleys on. I'll get that later. You know what else you can do is cut the pieces of plywood or cardboard or what have you and attach them on so you close off the open side. Then you got 4 different signs that you can make. But I'm happy enough with the 3-sided version. I'll tell you what, the drivers will be so amazed they'll veer off into the ditch, and then you can charge them for a service call. All right, let's pave. Or you can use a felt tip marker. All right, I got my pulleys attached, I got my clothesline threaded all through, and I got all my signs painted on. So now when you want to display your different signs, you just pull on the ends of the clothesline. Tell you, it's like drawing flies to a ship. Now, there's your oil lamp. There's your bear trap. There's your red cart. Hang on a second. Okay. There we go. Now remember, if the women don't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy. And remember about truth in advertising. Stay tuned. Bill's going to combine plumbing with finger exercises. And we got a few more words from our resident ding-dong. I want to talk to you teenagers about the way you dress. Let's make this clear. Plaid shirts and baggy pants are not grunge wear. They're lodge wear. We've been dressing like this since the invention of clothes, and we'll continue to dress like this long after you've abandoned it for some new fashion fad. And this brings me to my next point. You people are supposed to be rebelling against our generation, not copying it. Go get your own look. Tinfoil underwear or chicken wire or latex paint or whatever. I mean, it's embarrassing when a 40-year-old lodge member is mistaken for a 15-year-old girl. Embarrassing and dangerous. It's also a sad commentary on what today's 15-year-old girls are looking like. So I say get out of the flannel clothes and get into some sharp stuff now while you still got your youth and your looks. There's no point in dressing like a laundry hamper until you got the face and the body to go with it. I'll tell you, old man says we're getting $75 for that milk stool's got us all thinking about how we've undervalued our possessions. I think we can sell them.
You're not thinking of selling that, are you?
What, this? No. I wouldn't part with that, Harold. Mind you, if somebody offered me $300, I might change my mind. I figure $850 for this unit, and this guy's got to be worth at least $1,000, don't you think?
Hey, Oz, come on, this is just crass commercialism. You ought to be ashamed.
And 5 cents will take this off my hands.
You can't do that. You can't turn this place into an overpriced tourist trap. That'll ruin one of the main attractions of Possum Lake.
Oh, Harold, you're just jealous because you don't have any worthless junk. All your stuff is new and valuable. I'm telling you, I'm going to sell this for $300.
You shouldn't be selling it at all.
Yeah, you're right. Give me $200, I'll take it off the market. I'll probably have a busy day today. Here we are for this week's boating tip with Glenn Braxton of Braxton's Marina.
Thank you, Red. This week's boating tip will be how to properly remove an outboard motor from... So, hop in, Red.
All righty. Where are you going?
Well, 2 guys in a boat, Red. No life jackets? I don't think so. Well, it's not with my help. Okay, now the first thing you gotta do, Red, is you gotta turn off the gas and unhook the tank.
All right.
There we go. Okay, now what you gotta do next, Red, is you gotta loosen off those little clamps there, but don't worry about that, because I already did that in between dizzy spells.
Oh, you must be exhausted, Glenn.
Oh, You gotta face yourself, Red. That's what I found out after having a heart attack. I'll tell you that. Okay, so now, all up out of there, Red.
You're not going to help me?
With my back?
I don't care what you use.
But you're whining, Red. One guy can lift a motor that size.
Well, why does it have to be this guy?
Because you're here.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
Okay, now just be careful. Just don't... I told you. I was watching for that, Red. See, there's a safety chain on there. That's so the boat doesn't fall in the water. You gotta watch that, Red. You gotta... Yeah, that's good. Unhook it. Okay. Okay, now just lift her up. No. Be careful. Be careful, Red. Don't scuff her. Don't scuff it up. Okay, that's good. But you're whining, Red. Exercise is a good thing.
Yeah?
Not a bad thing.
You stand still. I'll drop this right in your foot.
Oh, no, thanks. I just, what we gotta do, gotta get it up to the, to my pickup.
What?
Oh, yeah, it's my contribution to the big sale. Oh, yeah. Geez, I hope you got lots of people up here, too. Lots of people mean lots of money.
Well, how are we going to get lots of people up here?
Advertise, Red. Flyers. And once you get them up there, gotta treat them right. That's the key. Treat them right, Red. So, get going. Hurry up. Come on. Get up to the pickup. That's it. Come on. Not that heavy, Red. Come on.
It's mail call.
Got a letter here from Kevin from Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. And Kevin is writing from a correctional facility. Okay. And he says, I've had to convert a lot of people so that I could watch your show. And not an easy feat for a Friday night.
Well, Kevin, we appreciate your enthusiasm, but let me remind you that it's very dangerous to be forcing convicted criminals to be watching our program. All right?
Uncle Red, these aren't animals. These are just people who have made mistakes and they're paying their debt to society.
Yes, I know that. And we don't want to interfere with that by putting these guys into a situation where violence becomes the only alternative. Huh? You read the letter. I mean, our other viewers, when the show comes on, they have choices. They can turn it off, they can switch the channel, they can throw their television set into a ravine if they care to. These guys are locked in a room with a TV set and an armed security guard, Harold. Think about this show, eh? We're asking for trouble, don't you think?
Yeah, but, I mean, if they like the show, they can continue watching it, right?
Well, if they admit that, it's going to delay their parole. Time to interfere with the laws of nature. Time for Adventures with Bill. You okay there, Bill? All right, that's the first one. That would be momentum, inertia, and equal and opposite reaction. Now, one of the laws of nature is that water will not go uphill, and Bill wants to work against that using some sort of an electrical pump there and a pressure tank, and this is the inlet hose. He has me hook that up there, and he's got to take the other end down to the lake. Now, apparently here, if the hose runs over a tree or over a ridge or something, the water doesn't run properly, so you got to keep her smooth and, I guess, get the rocks out of the way. Maybe be a little more careful where you put the rocks. While I let go of the hose, that'll help Bill all the way down to the lake. Enjoying that a little bit, won't I? There you go. You're going to be in the lake soon, Bill. There you go. You're on the right track. Hold on. That worked out very well. The other end's supposed to be still hooked up to the pump, so we'll go back. We redo that. And I don't use any clamps or anything. I use the Handyman secret weapon on that, much tighter and waterproof. Bill's going to tie the foot valve on to a big Bill, you've tied it to your wrist. That's going to keep it on the bottom. So Bill's going to be on the bottom for a few minutes. But... So there we go. And now we're about right. Take a little break there from my work. And we're all set to kind of plug her in now because we got the outside hooked up. And I just got to, once I finish my break, we'll get right back to work. All right, thank you, Bill. Change is as good as the rest, I guess. Now we're going to, when we plug this thing in, the pump will start. The water will come up from the lake, go through the hose, and up into that big pressure tank there. And it goes out of the pressure tank into the garden hose. Bill's going to use this to water the plants and so on that we may have at some point around the lodge. Yeah, Bill, okay, we understand. It comes out the end of the hose. Oh, man. All right, we're all set to go. I just plug her in. Didn't bother with a switch or anything. We're not made of money. I wouldn't look down there if I were you, Bill. Water's going to come out there, I think. Oh, no. No, I'm wrong about that. Bit of a hole in the pressure tank, I guess. That's how you go there, Bill. Bill? What was I thinking? My golly. Oh. The laughter kicked for that stuff. So now we changed the plan totally and tried to work with nature rather than against it. Not going to use electricity or a pump. We're going to get water coming out the hose using one of the original sources of power, gravity. You don't have to worry